Hey everybody, I'm O.
And I'm D.
You guys, the Godzilla review.
Pro show.
I know it's a little late, but we felt it was worth reviewing, as it is like one of the best movies of 2014 easily. So
yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty epic.
Yeah,
I grew up with Godzilla movies, so it was cool to see it on the screen again, just like this huge. Oh man, like I mean, the suits and everything were cool. I was fine with it back when I was a kid,
yeah.
but the
way back in the day.
way back in the day. Well, even like after the 1998 one, which I'll go on record, I have a weird special place in my heart for the Matthew Broderick one.
So do I.
It blew my mind when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But yeah, but this one I will say is substantially better. It's the way you wanted Godzilla to be. Like it was epic. The people had a hard time with it being like a slow burn. A lot of people described it as like it was just really it was slow. You don't see a whole lot of Godzilla. I feel like a lot of people kind of docked it for that. But I personally, when I first watched it, I was so locked in. I didn't care that we didn't see that much of him because the buildup was there. Like it was like his presence was there the whole time, even if he wasn't there physically the whole time.
Definitely, yeah. I agree with a lot of what Dee said. I didn't have a problem with the buildup either. I felt like it was something that needed to be built up. Instead of just jumping right into Godzilla, we actually got to grow more connected to Godzilla and the characters and actually what he was fighting for.
Yeah.
So I actually enjoyed the fact that we didn't get to see him until the very end. It was like a build up that had a nice payoff in the end.
Mm-hmm. And I actually got to see it twice, so because it's been out forever by the time the video comes out. But I saw it twice, and the second time I will say was a little bit. I don't want to say boring, but it wasn't as enticing the second time because the storyline itself is interesting, but it's not enough that you want to rewatch it a bunch. Like it's not something that I'm definitely gonna own it because the scenes with Godzilla when you do see him are epic, and the moments and the way they build up to it is really great. But the whole first part of the movie, I'm probably gonna fast forward when I have it on Blu-ray. And Bryan Cranston did amazing. His performances were the best part, but they weren't as far as the human drama. But it's it's not as much as you'd like it to be.
Let's touch on Bryan Cranston just a little bit.
He definitely blows it away in here. Obviously he's nothing. It's not his greatest performance ever, but it's good. It's solid, and they definitely. And I actually didn't mind Aaron Taylor Johnson as the main character, Ford, because people had a hard time and they thought he was kind of boring. I felt like he played the soldier. He
was functional.
Yeah,
he wasn't like mind blowing, but
yeah, I thought there was a few scenes where you could see the emotion. There was maybe actually really just one scene where you actually saw his face kind of break up a little bit, but I thought it worked. I thought it was fine. I thought he allowed you kind of to inhabit him. I feel like that's kind of what they were going for, is someone you could relate to, and they didn't give him a ton of personality.
Yeah,
I don't know if I should be giving the show points for that, or because I kind of respect it for that, for doing that.
And I agree that I haven't seen it a second time, but I know if I do, I probably feel the same way. Like the build up won't be as exciting because it's a journey I've already been through, so it's like not like I need that whole build up again. But for me, Bryan Cranston, I wish he was used more. He was super underused in this movie. From the trailers, they made it seem like he was going to be one of the main guys. And going into the movie, that's what I was kind of expecting. I'm not saying it's a bad thing that Aaron Taylor Johnson went on to take over, but I would have liked to have seen more of Bryan Cranston because it wasn't his greatest performance, and I think with all the emotion this movie brought, he probably could have had a chance to perform more if he was given more of an opportunity. Yeah. But I thought Aaron Taylor Johnson did good. He was functional. He wasn't like I wasn't expecting him to give an Oscar performance, but he did a good job playing the soldier that had take care of what needed to be done.
And let's be honest, man. Godzilla was the star. Whew, there were some scenes. His facial expressions, which I don't think you ever truly got with the old movies. Some of the scenes, you're like, oh man, he's mad. Like, he is ticked. And like they had the way his nostrils flared, and the way, like, it was just, he looked vicious. Like, there are some scenes you're like, oh my goodness, this is, and they were glorious to behold.
Touch on Godzilla a little more. That's what we went to the movie to see, was Godzilla, and I really appreciate the fact that they didn't, like it's a spoiler, he blows fire. It was beautiful that they didn't show any of his abilities throughout the movie. They waited right until the build up at the end, which made it more epic, made it more explosive. I also loved how Godzilla was this like you said, protector of the earth. But he was dormant for so long, and then this threat comes up. All right, well, it's time to come handle business. And I love how he was so slow. Like, he was super slow compared to creatures he was fighting. He's like, I don't care. They're flying over the ocean. All right, but he's like, they're flying over the ocean, but I'll take my time, but I'll get there and I'll handle my business. And I'll go right back to sleep. I love that.
And I also, well, and what it worked really well as an introduction to Godzilla if you've never seen it, and also as a tribute to him if you have, because it felt like, you know, this old, just awesome, like, warrior that, like, and he's like, oh, I'm tired, but man, I'm gonna do my thing, because you know I do my thing, you know. There are some scenes in it where he's like, I'm too old for this. Like, but it was epic. Like, it was very cool. You know. So if you guys have any, you know, if you saw the movie, what'd you think about it? Put it in the comments below. We'd appreciate that. Also, we'd appreciate if you subscribe. We're gonna put up some more videos soon. So if you like our opinions, we sure would. Yeah.
You can see it.
I don't know if we're gonna have the links up yet, but you know, it'd be cool. He's right here on Brewpub.
Over there.
It's actually all over the screen. Just, you know, no, we're not that good yet. We'll do it.
All right.
See you next time.
I'm O.
I'm D.